Cue power pose. Me, 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 me. Hey Songbirds, it's Jackie. Welcome to my channel, your home for everything from music to motherhood and motivation. Today's topic is about how to be more confident. So if this sounds like something you're intrigued in, stay tuned for my top 5 tips, and at the very end, there's going to be a bonus tip. Tip number 1, getting to know you. If you only take away one out of all of these tips, let this be the tip that you practice every single day. And I know what you're saying, Jackie, I spend 24 hours a day knowing myself. I already know myself pretty well. But how much time do you actually spend really intentionally getting to know yourself? Lao Tzu says, knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength, but mastering yourself is true power. So, how do you really know thyself? Every morning I wake up at 5 a.m. to spend prayer, quiet time, and time for self-reflection. Now, I realize this isn't practical for everybody, and not everybody's schedules are going to work with something like this. But you can either do it early in the morning, or maybe during your lunch break, even if it's just 5 minutes a day. Practice this time to be intentional with yourself. I promise you, it will transform your life. There are so many medias and other outlets that are screaming for our attention every day, so we have to be very proactive in fighting against the noise, to silence it and listen to the still small voice that whispers to our heart about who we are, what we're supposed to do, and who we are meant to be as confident individuals. Tip number 2, educate yourself. I know I beat this topic over the head in my channel, and I will continue to do it over and over and over. It is that important. Knowledge is power. So whether you're a full-time mom or work 9 to 5 or an entrepreneur with crazy hours, spend this time taking the time to educate yourself. I read 1 to 2 books a week, which equates to about 100 books a year, and I usually do topics that are related to my field. Just because I have a degree does not mean I have to stop learning. And the more I read, the more confident I become. It's been said that if you read 1 hour a day, that equates to 1 book a week, which equals to about 50 books a year. So if you do that for 5 years, that's 250 books. That's insane. That means that you become basically the master in your field of study. And who wouldn't feel more confident about being the expert in your field? Tip number 3, body posture. Okay, I know this one sounds a little silly, but I promise you it works. And I've read my 50 books on the topic, so I know what I'm talking about. Who of you watching have had a parent growing up saying, stand up straight, put your shoulders back, don't slouch? This drove me nuts as a kid, but as an adult, I found it to be a game changer. A study was done by researchers in Columbia and Harvard universities about body posture and how it relates to the brain. And what they discovered after taking saliva samples from participants, the hormone levels changed. That is crazy. So that means that the cortisol levels went down and the testosterone levels increased. So more testosterone means more power, which means absolutely more confident. Amy Cuddy has a famous TED Talk on this particular topic, and I'm going to link her talk below. It is a must-watch. But you first need to watch this video, of course. But in her video, she talks about the power pose, and I'm going to do a demonstration for you right now. In this pose, your head is high, your back is straight, your shoulders are high and back. You hold this posture for 30 seconds, and then you begin to alter your brain chemistry. Don't believe me? Give it a try. You'll thank me later. Many times we are waiting for something or someone to make us happy, to change our state of mind, or to make us feel more confident. But we have that backwards. We have to do what we can do to change ourselves and our body chemistry now. When you change your body posture, you change your mindset. Tip Tip number 4, dress the part. Ladies, I know I love me some sweatpants and pajama pants, but okay, so I'm wearing them right now. Please don't judge me. But when you are trying to step up your game and become more confident, your wardrobe has to step up the game too. There is a phenomenon going on right now that scientists are calling enclothed cognition. Say what? This involves the symbolic meaning of the clothes you put on and the physical experience of wearing them. When I was in between clothes sizes and having babies and pregnancies, my confidence levels were way down. The more my confidence went down, the less I wanted to dress up. The less I wanted to dress up, the less I wanted to go out. And when I did that, I put myself in isolation. And that can lead to depression, and that's a dangerous place to stay, my friends. Trust me, I know. So whenever I feel my confidence level slipping, I jump into a hot shower, put on some mascara, and put on my favorite blouse that always fits and always makes me feel like a powerhouse. Cue power pose. That's Penny. That's Penny, by the way, y'all. She's my mascot, Penny the peacock. She's a songbird. And she's going to be in every video from now on. And she made her debut in Super Song Sunday. She's so cute. She's so cute right here. Tip number 5, affirmations. So what are affirmations? They are carefully thought out statements that should be written down and repeated as often as you possibly can. It's been said for affirmations to be the most effective, they need to be written in present tense, positive, personal, and specific. When I was a child, my mother wanted to instill positivity and self-love and appreciation in both my sister and myself. And the way she did this was using affirmation cards. So she would get 10 to 15 cards about index size, and we would put one affirmation per card. One of the ones I remember clearly to this day was, I am still a worthwhile person. Except I think my sister used to say, I'm a wild person. But that works too. You can find a whole slew of information on the internet, and if you want, I can send you some of mine that I use every single day. But they should really be personalized to you and motivate and move you in a powerful way. I've also found that it increases their effectiveness if you say them while standing in front of the mirror. And possibly while you're doing your power pose. Bonus tip number, that's not a number. It's not a number, it's a bonus. You're welcome. And now it's time for your bonus tip. So this tip came to me from my professor in college, and it's something that I still use to this day. It also helps a lot if you suffer from severe stage fright. He told us fear is a combination of nerves and excitement. When you focus on the excitement, the nerves go away. Well, maybe not entirely, but at least quite a bit. And this is something I tell my voice students all the time and remind myself of on a daily basis. All right, so now that you know all the tips, it's time to put them into practice. And that means every day, no excuses, no exceptions. These are powerful tips on their own, but they're most effective when they're implemented together. I wasn't always this confident, and I still struggle with it from time to time. But when my confidence levels are down, I know that I can dig into those tips, dust them off, and put them into practice again, and they will serve me every time. I'm confident that these tips will make you more confident. I hope you enjoyed these tips. If you did, please give them a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe and tap that notification bell so that you can know every time a video comes out so you don't miss an episode. And also, if you have time, please comment in the description bar below. And also, before you go, don't forget to comment about which one of these tips you're going to be using and practicing today. And as always, no matter what side of the bed you woke up on this morning, you can always end your day on a high note. Bye, everybody.